Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. I'm John Dickerson. Just 2 days till Election Day, and across the country, some 40 million people have already cast their ballot. There were long lines in both North Carolina and in Ohio as early voting came to a close. And our last round of CBS News Battleground Tracker polls before the election show a dead heat in Florida, where the candidates are tied at 45% of the vote. In Ohio, Donald Trump has a 1-point edge over Hillary Clinton, 46% to 45%. We begin this morning with the two CBS News correspondents who have folded themselves into countless airplane seats and rental cars and crisscrossed the country to be with both candidates every step of the way. Major Garrett with the Trump campaign in Denver and Nancy Cordes covering Hillary Clinton in Philadelphia. Major, I want to start with you. There was a dust-up at a Trump rally last night. What happened?
Here are the facts, John, that come from the Secret Service and the Reno police. About 2/3 of the way through Donald Trump's stump speech last night, there was a commotion. It was a protester set upon by other Trump supporters. During that commotion, someone shouted out erroneously that they thought they saw a gun. When the Secret Service heard that, they swiftly whisked Trump off stage, and the commotion continued. This protester, Austin Kreitz, said he was set upon by Trump supporters because he silently held a sign that said Republicans against Trump. He was briefly detained and released. It was an episode that created some bit of drama, but in the end posed no threat to Trump.
As if we needed more drama. Major, where is Donald Trump going to position himself in this final sprint? He's heading into Minnesota, Michigan. Those aren't traditionally states that are in play. What's going on?
They see tightening in both states, and they see Michigan and Minnesota as hedges against possible losses in Nevada and Virginia. They believe they're expanding the map. 2 stops today in Michigan, 1 in Minnesota. John, I can tell you the Minnesota event advertised 24 hours ago, I'm told by the campaign, has 20,000 RSVPs.
Nancy, what does the Clinton campaign make of those forays into Michigan? She's now going there. The president's going there. Are they worried?
They are worried. They see the tightening polls and they see the fact that Donald Trump is trying to make a play for Michigan. So they're sending not just Secretary Clinton back to Michigan, but they're sending the former president, Bill Clinton, back to Michigan and President Obama back there as well. Beyond that, though, in these closing couple of days, there are fewer and fewer states where it makes sense to send Hillary Clinton. You don't want to send her to states where they've done the bulk of their voting by early voting. Those votes have already been cast, fewer and fewer votes to hunt for. So she's going to states in those closing days where people vote primarily on Election Day, like here in Pennsylvania, like New Hampshire, and like Michigan.
And who's she trying to turn out, Nancy, when she's in Pennsylvania? Who should we be watching for on Tuesday?
She needs to run up the score here in Philadelphia, John, and in the surrounding suburbs. This is going to be the key for her. Pennsylvania is key to her voting strategy. They need to win this state, and she's not going to do as well in western Pennsylvania. It is a concern to the Clinton campaign that there is a transit strike going on here in Philadelphia. If it takes you longer to get to work, you might not decide to try to fit in a stop at the polling place before that. But the campaign insists that they've got volunteers at the ready to try to get people to the polls and then to work, because without Pennsylvania, it's unlikely that Hillary Clinton can win this election.
And finally, Major, Donald Trump, his closing argument. What's his final case?
His final case is that he is a change agent and that Hillary Clinton is ethically disqualified from the presidency and would mire the country in countless congressional, possibly criminal investigations. And I will tell you this, John, for the first time, those in the Trump inner circle are now saying we are going to win. They believe they're going to win Pennsylvania, Michigan, closely, but nevertheless, they believe every poll that you see that has the race close, because of the level of enthusiasm they see in the Trump movement.
All right, Major Garrett and Nancy Cordes, thanks so much for being with us.